Oh, ouch. Hello.
Yes, hello people. And while Stephanie's drinking, I'll do the introduction because even though it's Stephanie's show, I am apparently the one who's going to do the introduction. So
No, I can do it. I can do it. It's fine. Right. So yes, hello. Welcome back to episode
9.
8. Oh, we're on
9
now. Okay. Way. Episode 9 of Hook Up with Steph. Obviously, I am your host. Hello. How are you? So just let's get through all the plugs ever so quickly. So Patreon. Go check it out. If you want to show us some love and support that way, you can. Yeah, we've got tiers for every single show available, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much included in this show.
Yep. And also, my dog Mojo has a tier for The Wonderful World About Mojo.
Yes.
And you'll find the first episode of that on the main feed.
Yeah. Subsequent episodes will be done when it's okay for him to do so. Obviously, with the way the weather is at the moment, it's not his favourite time of the year right now.
No, he will be just hiding everywhere, and it's not fair on him if I bring him on camera just to do a show.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We only do stuff with Mojo when Mojo's happy to do stuff. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. We also have a Twitter. So if you want to talk about any of the shows, just hashtag the show. So for this show, put hashtag Hook Up with Steph and we can find it that way. But if you do not have Twitter, you can also reach us through Instagram, which is over here. Haha, I did it right first time today. Haha. So yeah, there's those. Now
I won't worry too much, Steph. I've done loads of these shows and I still occasionally get it wrong.
Yeah. So I would also like to introduce my guest, the lovely Peter. Please go check out his photography company over here. Yes, hello. Go check out his company. They are really cool, and you get some really good photos out of them. So, yes.
Yes, lots of weddings right now, people. So
It's wedding season.
yes, but by all means, always inquire. Always open to hearing what people want and have in mind. So if I can help you out, then we can always talk and see what happens.
And finally, if you want to check out Muggins over here. So currently, we're not taking any bookings at the moment because I'm actually going under a rebrand because, as you may be aware, there's someone else on this network who does hairdressing. We're kind of just merging.
Is there?
Yeah, Dee Dee.
Really? Shall we plug her? Shall we plug her? Shall we plug her?
Yes. If you want to go check out Dee Dee's Instagram, it is right there. Go check out my lovely best friend. I love her to pieces. And she's also going to be the co-owner of our new brand. It's going to be up and running, fingers crossed, by September time. But as of right now, we are not taking any bookings or any clients on at the minute. So,
for those of you wondering why that probably is, speaking of somebody who does run their own company, what it is before you start working as a company, is you work out your logistics, your ins and your outs, then your branding, what you want to do, what you can't do, what you want to cover, and stuff like that. So basically, they're between two of them, they're just sorting out the bits and pieces, nuts and bolts, stuff that the normal everyday consumer will not be interested in, but it's important for a business to know these things before it starts.
Yes, we're literally doing all the back end work. So
I thought you were doing hair and nails.
Just hair.
But you said back end work.
Yeah, it's literally just like making sure the system's all up and running and prices and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I was going to say, so it's not that kind of, so it's not the hair on the back end work.
No.
Just checking.
I do want to show you guys what I've actually been doing. So recently, my partner got me this, right?
Also, she's been doing this probably quite a lot too.
Yeah, I've actually got a coffee with me as well. But I decided to make him a jacket. And this is the first ever jacket that I've actually ever made.
Do you know what's funny about that? It's when you said, I got this, and I was thinking, did you make a jacket for your partner?
No, I made a jacket for my Stitch.
Better than, really.
Yes. Ta-da! Little Stitch with little Stitch arms. And yeah, it's adorable. It's really soft.
And I can tell
easy.
And I can tell you exactly what he said when you put that on him.
Don't you dare. I've only just woken up. Don't you dare.
She's touching me.
No touching me. I literally woke up a half hour before we went live. So yeah.
To be fair though, in England right now, which is where we go from, it's as hot as balls here.
Yes. Oh, speaking of who we were talking about earlier, hello. Roger. You're not going to come up on the bed now?
He like me is probably as hot as balls, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's currently, let me see if I can get him to poke his head up and say hi really quick. But just so you guys can all see that he is well. Oh. There we go, say hi. Say hi. Say hi, little dude.
Hey, mate. Yeah, you stay down there, mate. I don't blame you. Stay cold as possible.
Oh, he is by my open window.
Yeah.
Just living his best life and chilling. So.
Speaking of someone who was out pretty much all day yesterday in this weather, today I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I went for a car drive with a couple of mates the other day. Oh, yesterday even, and we went out at 5:30. It was still really, really hot, and it was jam-packed down at the seafront.
It was actually hotter than it was earlier in the day. Because, well, at least where I was, because I was doing a wedding yesterday.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for the bride and the groom because it's nice weather at least. So at least it does that. Because trust me, there's nothing worse than a wedding when it's raining or snowing. Actually, snowing looks quite nice, but you don't want it raining because raining, you don't even have the benefit. It looks nice. It's just miserable. But
yeah,
we did the wedding and stuff. The venue itself was aircon, so that was okay. On my way there and my way back, though, it was so hot. Fortunately for me, though, my travelling involved using the parts of the Elizabeth line which aren't quite connected up yet. And those trains have aircon.
Oh, nice.
I know, I was so happy.
I don't suppose you had to use the train at Liverpool Street either.
No, because it's not running to where I live. I actually had to go to Stratford and go from Stratford to Tottenham to get home.
Oh, fucking.
So, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's closed because they're doing work on it and stuff. But to be fair, weekends are the time to do those things because obviously those are commuter lines.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to shut them down during the week because that's going to cause more problems because more people use them during the week. So it makes sense. If you're going to shut them, do it the weekend.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Also, they do give plenty of warning. It's not like they surprise you with these things.
Unlike where I live in Kent.
Well, to be fair, ratio-wise for people, we've got a lot more people that live in London than you do in Kent.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think they have to be a bit more. Yeah. Speaking of Kent, obviously I'm actually in Kent next Saturday because I'm doing a wedding down.
Oh, nice.
So it's in the Fancy Pants Hotel in the Medway area.
Oh, God, Medway. Huh.
Yeah, but this is in the middle of nowhere in the Medway area. It's like one of those picturesque hotel jobs. It's very nice.
Nice.
So, yes, I get to do that. So hopefully they've got this kind of weather for that because I don't like this kind of weather, but I like this weather for the brides because they get to look pretty. And that makes my job easier as well. Yeah,
thing is, the brides always look pretty, so...
Yeah, but it's easier for them to look pretty if they're not drenched in rain, for example.
Oh, I never thought that would be the case.
Obviously, it's probably a bit more uncomfortable because obviously the heat, but at the same time, I think they'd prefer that to being drenched like a rat.
See, I prefer being drenched like a rat.
Yeah, but bear in mind makeup and all the fancy bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. So there's reasons why you prefer this kind of weather, in all honesty. So
I think snow sounds fun.
I think snow is very good. Snow's very picturesque. Obviously, it's cold, but at the same time, it looks nice.
Yeah.
Which you say you can't say about wind and rain, for example.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So this kind of weather which you've got right now, it's great for it. And snow, but obviously you still want to be able to be comfortable, because obviously I went to this job yesterday. I had tons of water with me and various other things. Also, we still got to wear face masks at the moment, and some of the wedding venues we're still going to have to wear them even once it changes on Monday.
Yeah.
But obviously the bride and groom don't have to wear them when they're exchanging vows and stuff, because you need to be able to hear them.
Well, that would be helpful.
Yeah, could you imagine it? Be like,
what was that? You don't want to marry me?
well, you know I do voice acting. I'd be sat there doing voices from going, oh no, I don't want to do it. I changed my mind. What do you mean you changed your mind? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise your voice was deep in the mind. Yes, it is. So it's a good job they don't wear face masks, because I know for a fact I'd start doing that, and that's not something you should do.
No, that is not professional.
No, it's damn funny, but not professional.
That's why we do these in the comfort of our own homes.
Yeah, to be fair, most of my clients know I'm a bit wacky, but at the same time, there's a time to be wacky and there's a time to be serious.
Exchanging wedding vows. I object! Why'd you object? Because I thought it was funny.
I object. Why? I don't like the ring. Said the bride. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I am kidding, boy. The best part about that joke is usually the brides generally pick the rings.
Oh yeah.
Usually, when it comes to wedding rings, not engagement rings, that's different.
Yeah, I mean,
at least in England, anyway.
Yeah, for engagement rings, like after, because obviously I've been engaged before. I didn't get to pick my ring for my engagement ring, and I'm happy that I didn't, because it was a really nice ring, and I will admit that. And I'm still friends with the guy that I was going to marry.
I always think the engagement ring is kind of like a test to see how well the groom knows the bride.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it really is in a sense.
It's like what you'd call a litmus test. Basically, I'm not judging you, but if you get me the wrong ring,
I'm judging you.
Yeah. She's judging me. Not judging me.
Oh dear.
I wasn't going to make you do that, because I did both parts of that, but that was the point of that. It's a case of, obviously we're talking more about my work right now than me on what you should be talking about, which I'm going to find.
See, I'm not really doing a tutorial or anything today, but if you guys do want a tutorial for this, it is going to be a dressing gown. So all I've got to do is add the belt buckles and the actual belt, and then it's actually all done.
For
so
stitch. For
stitch,
Steph means, just to be clear.
Yeah, for stitch. If you guys want a tutorial to make a jacket for, this can be upscaled, downscaled. So if you guys want a tutorial for that, just let us know in the comments, or let us know on Instagram or Twitter. Or
on Patrons, obviously can just do it for Patreon.
Yes. So if you guys want a tutorial for this at a later date, I will come out with one. Just be prepared, it takes quite a lot.
Be very careful that Mojo didn't mishear that, because he could have heard you say chew toy.
Chew toy. No, he's out for the count. He's just asleep at the minute, bless him.
Don't blame him. He's probably the only time he's probably awake at the moment is probably at night, because it's actually kind of colder then.
Oh no, he's asleep at night as well.
Well, fair enough.
That boy's just lazy. Can't say I blame him, but lazy. Ain't your buddy.
Yeah, well, there you go. Obviously, the other thing I'd tell people to be aware of at the moment is make sure you've got like insect repellents or sprays or stuff for afterwards, because speaking for myself, I got bit to shit yesterday.
One thing I will say, just to dog owners, like a quick word of advice: if you're going to take your dog out for a walk during the day, when especially in England when the weather's like this.
Any country where it's like we get this kind of weather is what you should. Yeah.
So if the weather's really hot, like it is in England today, just get the back of your hand, put it on the pavement. If you can't keep it on there for more than 5 seconds, then don't take them out for a walk, because that can actually do damage to their pads. So
if you have a way to protect their the pads on the paws, though, then that's different. But obviously, don't do it with the bears.
Yeah, no. I do recommend night walks, especially at this time of year. So
also, dogs like what Steph has prefer that anyway, because they like the nighttime.
Oh yeah, Mojo definitely does. He loves it when it's nighttime and we go out for a walk. We can do that later, buddy. No.
If he's out for the count, he's not going to answer you, is he?
Snore if you want to walk. Yeah. We'll do that later.
I don't blame him, so at all. But obviously, the other thing which I do at the moment, which when you got this kind of web, which I find kind of nice to do. A lot of people are going to think this is a bit weird method to call that, but obviously, I cycle. People who know me know I do. I do a lot of cycle. I do a lot of cycling, and at the moment, if you cycle and you can do it leisurely and stuff, and go to the right sort of places, you'll find it helps keep you quite cool. Yes, you'll get all sweaty and stuff, but there's ways and means to deal with that. But weird enough, if you get anywhere near like a body of water, like a lake, the sea, anywhere like that, and you cycle along it, you'll feel so much nicer. It'll be so fresh. It's wonderful. It's a nice little tip for anyone who lives near a body of water or can get there quite easily by using a bicycle.
Yes. I mean, when it's really hot, what I do is I open up all my windows, I shut all my curtains. I don't have any candles going or anything because, yes, big obsession with scented candles at the moment. Well, have had that for quite a while now. But
since you were born.
Since I was a young warthog.
She was a young warthog.
I got brand new. This one I got brand new a couple of days ago, and I've already burnt a quarter of the way through it. But this is a mango and lime one.
So it's not whiskey then?
No. That one smells more like...
Because it could be whiskey in a jar.
Ooh.
Da, 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 da.
I can't drink for another week.
Tell them why. They don't know, do they?
Oh, yeah, no. So, obviously, last week, this episode was meant to air. However...
This is why...
Yeah, I've actually got to shut my door for this.
Yeah, Sophie's about to explain why this didn't air last week, because this is the reason. This is the reason why.
Yeah, so we didn't air last week because I got my first vaccine on Saturday.
COVID jab, for those of you who don't know what that means. It's not like Steph's got rabies or anything. It's literally the COVID jab.
Yeah, I got my COVID vaccination done. And I had to keep my door shut because I have a mum who's needle phobic. Don't watch this.
Yeah, the thing is, though, ladies, and I'll speak to you ladies, and obviously you gay men out there, you're probably used to dealing with annoying little pricks, so don't worry, the vaccination's fine. Oh, God. Well, you got to make light of it somehow.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean... They were actually really good with me up there because obviously I have high anxiety and I suffer with PTSD. They have little offset rooms in the centre where I got my jab done.
Explain what that is to anyone who doesn't know.
So they have tiny off rooms for people who are needle phobic because how they have it done in the centre that I was in, they have this massive hall with 1,000,001 chairs. Everyone's just sat down, and then a lady with a trolley comes along and just goes doink, 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 doink.
Sorry, 1 second. Did you say hall?
Yeah.
It sounded like whore.
Oh, well.
It sounded like you said they had a massive hall.
Well, they had a massive hall. And,
okay, thank you.
They just have this lady or they have this nurse push up the vaccination trolley, and it has everything on it. All the needles, all the sharp bins, everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, Steph, don't be sexist. Men can be nurses too.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, no, I literally, because mine was done by a bloke, so.
You got pricked by a bloke. Not for the first time in your
That
life.
wasn't my partner.
Hey,
No, my partner was there because my anxiety was quite high, so he offered to come with me, and I was like, okay.
Speaking of little pricks.
Wow.
Oh, Steph, it's your boyfriend. Of course I'm going to say that about them.
True.
It's an uncle's job.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me saying that he's got a big one or something, because that's just weird.
Oh, God, no.
That's your job to big him up or put him down. That's completely up to you.
Oh, don't. We were in the car with a couple of our friends, and one of my mates had turned around and just started bullying him.
Remember, I'm your uncle, Steph, so be careful what you'll say.
No, but I've just turned around out of nowhere because my filter's gone out the window, and I've just gone, yeah, well, he's one pump man. He can do anything. It came out like that, and oh my god, the whole the two friends that we were with just started laughing. He looked butthurt and then just started chuckling. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I love you.
The thing is that without getting into specific details, pretty much every man on the planet can relate to that at least at one time in their life that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the reason, but most of us, where it's happened and we're older, we just know it's funny and it's just something that happens. When they're younger, when guys are younger, they just get a bit more insecure about it because they're like, not realizing it's actually something that's quite normal.
Thing is, I was just taking the absolute piss.
Yeah, but it's a particularly with men. It's part of the. I mean, I'm not really one for the masculine thing with men. I mean, yes, there is such a thing, but in this issue, this is one of those things where it's the male pride.
All right.
Because men, well, let's put it this way: when men are chatting up, other men or even women, they're always like, "Oh, I can last a really long time. I'm really good." Blah blah blah.
Oh,
no man wants to admit to being a one-pump chump, for example.
But we all know that's all bollocks anyway.
Right, but this is the point I'm making. In any situation, a guy can just do straight away. But in another situation, that same guy could probably last 2, 3, 4 hours if the situation comes up. It's not a case of it's never going to be like the same thing all the time. Yes, there are medical issues why that will happen to a guy, but that's not their fault. That's a medical thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't necessarily think the equivalent happens to women because, to be honest, I'm not a woman. So,
I mean, no, I mean, with women, it's just a case of literally... trying to think.
Flick, and it's on its way. We flick, and it's on its way. Sorry.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't know. I know a couple of women who struggle in that department.
I can't say I've ever been there.
But no, I know some women find it really hard to, do that.
Oh,
so to speak.
Yeah. I've met some girls who had issues with, girls, women, whatever you want to say, who have. They're not necessarily. It's either it's a comfort thing; they don't feel comfortable in it, or it takes them a lot to get there.
Yeah. It's just, but I also know a couple of women who, I know a lot of women, I should say.
Well, I know a lot of women too, but not in this context.
You can literally just say one word to them and that's it, bang.
Usually that word is penis.
Oh, dear. Essentially, yeah.
Or you can string together a bunch of words for certain women that are, you're going to get a penis. And as you do point out a point, yes, obviously not every woman is straight. That's a thing. Yeah. That you have lesbians and bisexuals.
Yes, I myself bisexual. Hi, how are you?
Also, you're pansexuals, which again is another thing.
Yes.
I have more of an idea how that works. Obviously, there is non-binary, but I'm not sure how that works in that regard. So somebody would have to tell me because I'm not uber familiar with non-binary. A non-binary sexual proclivity, should I say? What
you told me when I came up to visit you. Oh
Yeah.
Also, for those of you who do not know, a couple of weeks ago, I actually went up to go see my uncle as well. And you could, if you guys
do you want to tell them what I told you?
I'll leave that up to you.
Right, because I'm curious as to whether any of the listeners have encountered this before, because I think it's kind of interesting. Obviously, I mentioned about non-binaries, and obviously some of you will know what a non-binary is and others won't. Okay, this is more to you people who do know what non-binary is, or you happen to be non-binary. I met somebody who said they were non-binary, not an issue, but they told me they were bisexual. My question, if you don't have a gender, which is non-binary as far as I understand it, why do you have a sexual preference?
It doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but
if somebody can explain it to me, great, because I'd like to know. It sounds odd.
Yeah, please explain, because I'm really confused. How can you not have a sexual identity, as in male or female?
I mean, to be fair, if you were non-binary and you was asexual, for example, I'd understand that.
Or pansexual.
Right, or pansexual would work too. Yeah, sure. But when you don't have a gender, then why would you have a preference if you don't have a gender? I mean, maybe I'm missing something, and if I am, please tell me. I like to know things. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the exact same boat. Like, please let us know, because one, I am really, really, really fucking curious, and two, it's just I'm confused as hell as to how that works.
You could say she's bi-curious.
No. I'm not on standby anymore. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. You're not curious. You've actually had a look.
Oh, but
it's not that kind of show, people.
No.
This show is in the best possible taste. And if there's anybody under the age of 40 who gets that joke, I'll be amazed.
But no, so yeah, I went up to London for a bit to see my uncle. Yes, and some other family as well. Needed a weekend away from
mainly me though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I literally spent the majority of my time with you anyway. So yeah,
it's
Oh, that bird. Do you remember it?
Oh yeah, yeah. We were out and about in central London, and I took Stephanie to Leicester Square, and in there is a pizza you can sit in and you can have an all-you-eat buffet. It's between certain hours of the day. So we were there waiting for our food to come out, and there's this little bird, and it wouldn't leave us alone.
It was so cute.
It's only a tiny little thing. It's probably about yay big.
Yeah, about that.
It kept flying around, jumping around on the tables, and kept being nosy. Stephanie loved it. She wanted to take it home.
Yes, I wanted it as a pet. I wanted to call it Steve.
I think Mojo wouldn't particularly have agreed with that, but there you go.
No, I feel like I would have had to throw Steve a funeral within the first 24 hours of having him home.
First 20 seconds, probably.
I don't know. Mojo, do you wanna have a friend? Do you wanna have a pet bird? Should we have a pet bird? Do you want a pet bird? Yeah, he's like, fuck off. He's looking at me like, fuck off, mother. Go away. Be gone.
He's trying to sleep. That's why.
He's not even asleep. He's just sat there looking up into space. I'm just like, oh, you cute little thing. Oh, I got a really cute photo of me and Mojo the other day. I'll quickly send it to you on message.
Well, we all know Mojo's cute, so that's not hard.
I know, but he went to headbutt me, and I got such a cute photo out of it.
Because he went to headbutt you?
He went to headbutt me.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was just sitting there having a little conversation with him, and I told him that I loved him.
And his response was to headbutt you?
Yes.
Love hurts, eh?
Yeah. Because after I took the photo, I've just sent it over to you. After I took that photo, my sunglasses have come flying off and my head's gone forward. It was bloody funny, but also painful because he's got a really tough snoot.
What did you say you sent it on?
Normal text message.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Just as he's about to headbutt. That was literally a second before he headbutted me.
That is the funny part with that photo is it's literally a case of there's you there who looks like, oh, look at me, I'm posing, and then you got Mojo in the background going, I'm gonna nut you.
Yeah. I do find it really adorable though, not gonna lie to you.
What, he's gonna nut you? Well,
no, he's just adorable. I actually need to make Mojo a blanket for Christmas. Because for those of you who have been watching since the first episode, a couple of episodes in, I actually showed you me finishing off my goddaughter's blanket.
The one Mojo won't leave alone, you mean?
Yeah, I now need to make Mojo one because I'm having to keep that away with all of my goddaughter's other goodies and presents for when I see her. So that way he doesn't keep on laying on it.
Because he will lay on it if he gets it.
Yeah. I don't particularly want that at the moment as much as I love Mojo. It's just a case of, I love you, but that's not for you at the moment. And he looks at me like, what? Why? Well,
of course he does. That's just like you with coffee. It's like, if somebody tells you that's not for you, you're like, why?
Oh, don't. So after I got my vaccination done for my COVID vaccination, my partner got me a cup of coffee. He doesn't normally drink coffee, right? He doesn't drink coffee. I've never seen him drink coffee. He's told me that he doesn't. And I've said to him, why don't you try it? And because I've got a latte in my hand, I was like, why don't you try a little bit? His response was after he took a sip, that tastes like dirt. How can you drink it? Now, I had like half a cup full. So I've just turned around and said like this. Yeah.
You know the response to that, don't you, Steph?
Well, the fact that I'm not dating a coffee drinker.
Well, no, if he says something like that.
Mm.
And no sex for you.
Oh. Actually, work. Yeah. True, I could do that, yeah. This is very, very true.
It's the weapon that a lot of women have, they don't realise.
See, I realise it, I don't like using it.
I mean, for younger guys. Older guys, generally, we just don't care.
Yeah, you guys are just like, all right, bye, in a bit, and see you later.
Yeah, but we'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll just go have a wank, it's fine.
Yeah.
But younger guys do tend to get very annoyed when a woman says, no sex for you.
Yeah.
They seem to have forgotten what it was like to be a teenage boy in your room, scouring the internet.
Yeah.
Once they get a girlfriend, they seem to forget that you can do that.
Mm-hmm. It's like me, like one of my ex-partners from secondary school. We actually had a discussion about that, and he's like, "Oh, I don't do that while I'm in a relationship," and I'm like, "Why?" And he said, "Oh, because it's not fair on my partner," and I'm like, "Right."
Right. The thing with that, I kind of get where that's coming from, but at the same time, if your partner's not as active as you are,
yeah,
what'd you do then?
Just sit there and let it build, or
yeah, then you're going to end up getting frustrated. Well done, genius.
I mean, the thing is, seeing as someone who does a lot of exercise. Because I have good stamina.
It's exercise, yeah.
Yep. And because I also have a very high drive, right?
Yeah, I'd like to point to the people watching. Yeah, she's my niece, but I'm also not a moron.
Yeah. And, it just confuses me because I've also had girls say, oh, I don't do that. I would never do that. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, okay.
The thing is, I will say about this, right? If you are one of those guys or girls, don't feel you have to. If it really isn't something you want to do, I get it. Everyone's entitled to a choice. Would I not do it? No, because I enjoy myself way too much. But if it's not your thing and you don't feel comfortable with it, then don't do something you don't want to do.
Yeah. I second that statement 100%.
Goes with anything in that regard, whether it's releasing your frustrations or anything with partners. If the partner or yourself aren't comfortable with something, then don't do it.
Yeah. How the hell did we end up doing this kind of talk?
You talked about sexercise, and it stemmed off from the fact that your boyfriend doesn't understand the difference between dirt and coffee, unless I just deny him sex. That's how it started.
Yeah.
Yes, I was keeping track, strangely enough. Yeah, but he's clearly an idiot, and you need to get another one.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I love this one and he makes me happy.
Well, that's not good enough.
Wait, not everyone is perfect.
What?
No, not everyone is perfect. Everyone has flaws.
What?
Yes, I know this comes as a shock to you. Okay?
Do you mean not everyone is great and can do everything?
No, right. I will be back in a second. I just need to go put some cold water on my hand.
Okay.
Because I'm swollen.
Yeah, one of the fun things about this kind of weather, people. Some people you can swell up and it's not too good for those you can, especially if you're wearing jewelry, for example, because sometimes people get rings stuck on their fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's not pleasant. And sometimes you can get that stuff off with help, but other times it just won't move until it cools down again. And you're not always going to be sure when that's going to be, especially during summer, because particularly, for instance, in England for next week or so, it's supposed to be like high 20s, which for England is high. I'm talking about Celsius. If it's Fahrenheit, I think it's about in the 90s, I think, from memory. So just to give you a comparison for those who use Fahrenheit rather than Celsius. But for us, anything that's high 20s is hot. So by consequence, people get things swell up and stuff. Also, you have the added issue, like what happened to me, is you get more insects out and about and they will bite you. And that's why you need things like antihistamines and TCP and stuff just to deal with anything because you get bitten. Because, yes, I got bitten and I currently have a swollen left foot, but I've done a bunch of stuff to it. It should be right tomorrow. Just at the moment, it's just kind of itchy, which is normal. The important thing is not to scratch it. But yeah, Stephanie has now relieved her hand.
Kind of, yeah. I still can't get it off. I do keep on trying.
And what about the ring?
I'm on about the ring. So, yeah. Basically, I put it on this morning. It was fine because I woke up at like 4 o'clock this morning. I put it back on. Fell back asleep and I wake up at 1:30. My hand is swollen and I can't get it off.
Bear in mind, people, just to give you some context here, 4 o'clock in the morning here is 18 Celsius.
Yeah.
And by the time Stephanie would have woken up, it would have been 26, 27 degrees. It's currently 30.
Yeah. It's just causing a little bit of discomfort, but I can still twiddle it. It's fine.
The ring, people. The ring.
Yeah, I just can't crochet for much longer, so we are going to have to cut it off soon. As in the podcast, not my finger or the ring. No, not that. Because I know my partner does watch these. So.
Ooh.
Yes, I have a fan.
Drink coffee, you lazy layabout.
Actually, I think he's down the garage at the moment, so I don't think he's watching right this second.
Then leave the garage and go get some coffee. Learn to love it. What?
He won't. He is extremely stubborn.
Oh, sorry. Do you mean dumb?
I said stubborn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Did you mean dumb? You're just trying to be polite.
No, he's not dumb. Oh.
Yeah.
His girlfriend has higher intelligence because she drinks coffee.
Well, that's true. But obviously something we can talk about, which is less related to anything personal stuff. Here in England, from tomorrow, we get our restrictions are finito.
Yes.
Except London transport, you still got to wear a face mask.
Unless you are exempt.
Except for if you're exempt, yeah. Also, certain wedding venues are still going to require you to wear a face mask too.
Wait. So does that really mean that I can ditch this as of Monday?
Unless you're using certain forms of transport, you'll have to see who's going to stick to it or not. But for the most part,
yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna have to check with the bus company down here.
Yeah, you have to. Your train company, you will probably still have to use it because that's National Rail.
It's a good thing I don't use the train.
But I think buses you'll have to check with. But normal shops and stuff, as far as I'm aware, pretty much all of them you're going to be able to not have to wear the mask.
Yeah.
So, obviously, they do recommend if you're going to be really in close with a big group of people, then you probably should still wear one. But it's not mandatory anymore. It's also not.
Yeah.
Which is the other thing.
I mean, I also get my second stab in the arm in September as well. So.
Well, speaking of someone who's had both, I'm good. So.
Yeah, lucky. I'm partially there. Okay.
Yeah, but that's just you normally.
Wow.
You just need more coffee, then you'll get all the way there.
Actually, I might quickly run downstairs and make a cup.
See, I know my niece, ladies and gentlemen. I know what she likes.
Yep. It's pretty much... Most guys are just surprised with how straightforward I can be. I just literally, cup of coffee. Hi. Cup of coffee and you're my best friend.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. Speaking from the guy's point of view, generally most women are too busy playing games and don't want to tell you what they want or what's going on. They want you to try and work out, like Sudoku.
Oh, God.
And most people have no fucking idea how to play Sudoku. So, and to be honest, most guys are going to take one look at that and go, no.
Mm-hmm. My boyfriend's still trying to figure some shit out. Because there are some things that I'm not telling him just yet.
Oh no! Never tell them everything. But at the same time, if they ask you a direct question, then give them an answer or tell them.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
Not yet or not yet. But don't just say I'm not telling you.
I mean, I joke around at first. I'm like, no, come get me and then tell you and shit like that. I will be an absolute child about it.
Right, but that's different.
Do end up telling him.
But that's different. That is clearly a joke. I'm talking about people who actually legitimately will just go, I'm not telling you. As opposed to what you just demonstrate, where it's playful banter between the potential boyfriend, girlfriend, where they're going, I'm not telling you. And it's clearly a game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are some things like that we do talk about, and one of them he brought up was Christmas presents and shit.
Yeah.
What I wanted for Christmas, and I told him I just want cuddles.
My two front teeth, my two front teeth.
Oh my god, I don't need that song anymore. I'm an adult.
Sorry, what?
I'm an adult. I don't need that song anymore. I've got all my teeth.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you were growing up. I was going to be like, what?
No, I'm an adult.
Yeah, adult, not growing up. There you go.
I'm never going to grow up. Let's face it.
No, most people don't. They just cling on to this weird idea they do.
Yeah, I mean, I can act like I have.
Well, anyone can act like it.
Oh, yeah.
But most people will never grow up.
Okay, I will be back. I'm going to quickly go make myself a cup of coffee. Then go talk to my mum. Why are you doing? I can't. Oh, that's the Imperial March. Why could I not place that for a second? Why did I think that was a funeral march?
The funeral march is dum dum da dum dum da dum 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 dum.
Oh. So that's what happens in my video game every time I die. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the funeral dirge is what it's actually called, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back in a sec.
Cute. While Steph's off trying to fix her fidgeting finger and get some more coffee. Yeah. Look, it is way too hot today, guys and girls and guys. I mean, fortunately for all of you, I hope you're enjoying the weather. For those who do like this, because obviously it's particularly in England, because we don't get it that often. So, and for you guys, you're enjoying it. Me, don't like it. It's too bloody hot. Let's see. Other things to discuss with you guys. Oh yeah, there is something. Going to attempt to do an episode of Broken Film Show on Wednesday, and if we manage to go forward, we will be discussing women in television and film. Talking about that. Also, we will divulge some of the suggestions people put forward to the question we asked on the last Broken Film Show, which should be interesting because there's some funny answers in that lot. And obviously, if my guests can come back and join me for that episode, then they get to hear them as well. So it could be fun. But that's what the subject will be anyway. If we do manage to do it Wednesday, obviously, I'll let you guys know on the day because obviously it depends what's going on. Because as Stephanie pointed out, for me, this is kind of busy time of the year because weddings and I can get last minute calls to do stuff, and obviously with the weather as it is, people want photo shoots as well. So but I'm trying to fit things in when I can. Obviously today's a mandatory down day for me because I did a wedding yesterday, and I spend the following day recovering and relaxing and doing preliminary work on photos that I've taken from the weddings and arranging, stacking it, basic edit stuff like that. I mean, I'll do more for that stuff during the weeks and so because I go over and individually touch stuff. There's granular stuff, and there's general editing. There's a lot that goes into it, but the important thing when it comes to this stuff is to try and do the best you can on the day because it's much easier if you get what you want then, because it makes it much easier afterwards. So, but no matter how good something goes, there's always work to do afterwards because it's just the way it is. And most of the time when it comes to doing editing for anything, the editing usually takes longer than the event does, in all honesty. So it's just how it works out. Because just the way it works. But I mean, I enjoy it. It's one of the reasons I do it. It's fun. Oh dear. Yeah, some of you may have also noticed as well, not my normal backdrop here as well, and lighting. And the reason being is it's too hot today for that. If I was using that, I would be baking. As it is, I'm still not that great anyway, because it is still bloody hot, but it'd be much worse. So, gone for the minimal stuff today. Also, for those of you who obviously do follow the network, network as well. 50/50 booking will be taking place later today as well, which I'll be doing with Aaron. And we'll discuss all the WWE stuff and the WWE pay-per-view that will take place later tonight as well. So that'll be fun for that. Yeah. Let's see. What else is there to go over for stuff? No, I think most of the basic stuff we've actually covered, to be honest, as far as stuff related to the network stuff goes. But yeah, obviously, as I mentioned before, though, England, we're getting the restrictions are off from tomorrow. Basically, yeah, face masks are pretty much minimal from tomorrow. Very few places are going to require you to actually mandatory have them. The most major place where you're still going to have to use them is public transport, trains, buses, tubes. And to be fair, I can understand why. Because if anywhere's likely to get a huge amount of people where they you may encounter people, it probably would be the transport system. Because in close spaces, prolonged travel together, yeah, it is more likely, I think. So I kind of get that. But to be honest, I'm kind of glad I'm not having to wear one anymore. I mean, because for me, for the most part, apart from when I do weddings outside of the capital, I pretty much don't use public transport if I can help it. I tend to like to cycle most places or walk. But some of the weddings I've got coming up, they're outside of London, so I'm going to have to use public transport. So should be interesting. Over the coming month, I've got stuff in Kent and Sussex, so it should be interesting. Yeah, all good fun. How long do you reckon Steph's going to make this coffee would be my question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coffee. Oh. Sorry, people. Yeah, long day yesterday. Oh, look, the coffee monster's back.
Hello.
Hello.
Boop, 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 boop.
Blob, blob.
Boop, boop.
The funny thing is, with the restrictions easing, is once it happened, I literally got emails from a bunch of places that I have either visited or go to fairly regularly telling me they're open again, like the National History Museum, the Science Museum.
Yeah.
What's it bloody called?
The Warm Museum?
Paradise Wildlife Park.
All right.
Yeah, because I've usually got tickets or done donations for these places, so they keep you in touch with what's going on. So they'll just sent me emails over the last week telling me they're reopening. And in the wildlife parks case, is they've literally during the downtime they've been working on stuff, they've redoing stuff, and they've also got a bunch of new things going on. So, and that'll be cool. I mean, especially in this kind of weather as well, because they've actually added like a water thing for guests and stuff. So basically, like a water fun thing.
Yeah.
So I think with this weather, that'd be kind of nice. So, but it depends what you like to do, I guess. But obviously, particularly with the summer holidays coming up, and they're going to get, if this is what kind of weather's going to keep up, it's going to be very busy.
Yes. And
if you live near a beach, get there early, or you ain't getting nothing.
Oh, yeah, no, especially down here, the beach that's literally about 10 minutes away from me. I went past it yesterday. There was literally no sand. It was just all people.
Yay, social distancing.
Yeah.
Which, FYI, is still in effect as of today. It won't be tomorrow. That goes as well.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Well, I've always done social distancing, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I just don't like people, so yeah.
Stop touching me!
Not touching you! Sorry. It's now force of habit.
Yeah. I mean, as I was explained to that, obviously to the listeners, apart from certain instances where I have to use public transport, I pretty much cycle everywhere anyway, so I don't
Yeah.
generally like to wear masks a lot anyway.
Yeah, I mean, with me at the moment, where I'm exempt, I can't wear a mask, but I do a lot of on-foot traveling plus public transport because my ass can't ride a bike because when I was a child, I used to pedal backwards.
No, I was going to say, your ass can ride a bike, but it's backwards.
Yes, I reverse pedal everywhere.
So those of you who think Stephanie is backwards, you're kind of right.
Essentially, yeah.
That's why I said kind of right.
Mm.
But you've not been on a bike in years at this point, so...
Yeah. But
however, I'm pretty much on a bike every other day. So.
Yes. I think it's a good thing to wrap up here because I can't crochet anymore. But for everyone who wanted to know what I was doing, I was literally just making a granny square because why not?
Yeah, not in this weather. Don't want to wrap up in this weather. No.
Because there is a project I am actually working on at the moment, but I can't do it on air. Because it's a present for someone who watches my shows. Also,
YouTube will take you down for putting up doing things like that on air because that's disgusting.
No, it is troll friendly. I just can't explain what it is on air because someone who watches my shows quite frequently is the recipient of this gift.
Yeah, boyfriend. Stop watching.
No, actually.
And go drink some coffee, you Philistine.
It's actually not my boyfriend. It's a friend of mine who I go to college with who watches my shows.
Oh, he's not your boyfriend. Okay, well,
no,
I think
he
you
is.
Found that out.
Oh, wow, no, he is. Also,
exclusive.
Yeah, also my finger's swelling up really bad, so I have got to go deal with that.
Ooh, my finger's swelling up. Do you want to say it?
Let me guess that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Ever so quickly, we're just going to go back through the plugs. So Patreon. Go check it out if you want to support the channel even further. This show as well, there will be some Patreon stuff being made soon, fingers crossed. So wait, this way. Yes. We also have Twitter. So if you want to talk about anything that we've spoken about on the show, or if you guys want the tutorial, just put a tweet up with Hook Up with Steph, and we can find hashtag Hook Up with Steph, and we can find it that way. But if you don't have Twitter, message us on Instagram. If you do want to see the tutorial for Stitch's little jacket thing. So yes, please check us out. This will also tell you what show's going live when. So yes. Yep, please go follow Drawing the Light Photography, which is my uncle's company over on Instagram over here. Yes, so yeah, to see what they can do for you because their photos are really good. I've actually had a photo shoot with them before and my pictures turned out really nice. And yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, for those of you who are looking at that account and go, well, where's the event wedding stuff? There's a separate account for that. It's in the bio description of the actual main account, so you can find them that way. If not, just go to the website. There's a whole gallery of them.
Yes. So yeah, also check out the Instagram page over here. Like I said at the start, I'll say it again. I'm not taking any bookings at the moment because I'm going under a rebrand with my company. So yeah. But that's it for today. Thank you.
You missed one.
Did I? Oh yeah, also go check out Dee Dee on Instagram. Go check her out. She is beautiful. And yes, she's also going to be having a new hair color next week.
Yeah. Also, the other half of this business venture. This is why it's a case of she missed her because they're going to be doing good stuff. So I think it's best to mention them both.
Yes. So yeah, go check out my co-owner of my business. Well, our business, I should say, because it's not a single woman show anymore.
No. But before we do disappear, as I said to the guys and girls, hopefully on Wednesday, if you guys are free, I'm going to try and do this.
Yes. I hopefully will be. It just depends on family stuff at the moment.
I did explain to the viewers, this is very much dependent as to who's available to do what, because even I might be available, so we'll find out another day. And obviously we'll speak to Didi as well, as I mentioned, because we're going to be talking about women in film and television, which, you know, is a big thing. Also, for those of you who watched the previous show of Broken Film, we'll be giving you some of the responses that I got given for the suggested question.
Yes.
Some of which these two do not know.
No. Okay, well, that is everything for this episode of Hook Up with Steph. And I will see you when I next see you, because we are very busy people, so we are doing some rejigging at the moment. Yes, I actually can't have coffee at the moment because I'm out of milk.
Again.
Yeah, drink coffee. Drink coffee, stay safe, keep crocheting, drink coffee, and yeah, I will see you on the next episode.
We'll let you guys know when, because as I explained
Yes.
to Steph beforehand, there's a lot of Saturdays I'm not going to be available, so we're going to have to see what goes on with those. We might have to do a few on Sundays and stuff, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, we will see you guys all on the next episode. Bye-bye.